What's going on YouTube? Velocity Smith 81 back at it again here with another episode of Random Pack Retro Rebuilds. This will be episode 2 of that series. So you see here I do have 13 packs here of Chronicles 2021. And we're going to go ahead and run our random number generator here. And we're going to go and put them into Madden 22 where we already have I believe the Cardinals were the team that we created for the episode 1. So we're going to go ahead and face off and make another team here. So let's go ahead and go over here. I will hit generate twice since this is episode 2. And we'll go ahead and see what pack we're getting. So there we go. 1. All right, come on. 1 and 2. So pack 4 will be our pack here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our pack here. I'm going to go ahead and put this over to the side and put all of these back here for next week. All right, so you guys know the deal from here. Pretty much the first card pulled will be the team that we're going to be rebuilding here. And all these cards will be going on the team with their different values. You guys know the deal by now. Let's go and see what team we're going to get. We're getting the Eagles here with Devonta Smith. Now rookies do get that +3 to start. So this will be a +4 Devonta Smith. I believe Devonta Smith was in the last episode as well. So he'll get those upgrades and come back over to the Eagles here. So the Eagles are going to be who we're going to get. With also Jerry Jeudy. So not a bad receiving cord already with Devonta Smith and Jerry Jeudy. Zach Wilson as well. He's going to be getting that +3 as well, or +4. Cooper Kupp, oh my gosh. Oh, what a good receiving core so far. We're just going to go ahead and see who else is going to be on this team. Antonio Gibson coming over. Tyreek Hill. Man, what a receiving core. Already. With DJ Moore as well. Wow. All right. This is looking pretty good so far. Keenan Allen as well. Man, this is just going to have a stacked receiver room. All right. And we're going to have here Ramondre Stevenson. So this will be a +5 since it is an insert and a rookie. Micah Parsons, rookie. So Micah Parsons is going to come over to the Eagles and have a +5. Nice. We also have Terrence Marshall Jr. on the Gridiron Kings here. We'll get that +5 as well. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So this is a Chrome. So this is just a regular +2 since it's a parallel for Clyde. All right, we also have DeAndre Swift on the Pinnacle. And Kyler Murray. Okay. And then, awesome. We actually got a Prism Black rookie here for Kyle Trask. So here's the thing, right? Is that this is a insert and a rookie and parallel. So this will be a +7 for Kyle Trask. And actually, with that card, I'm actually going to go ahead and sleeve that up as well, actually. Because that's a really nice card. Prism Black. Kyle Trask, rookie. PB. Nice. All right. So the quarterbacks are going to be Trask, Wilson, and Murray with a very good offense. So again, we got that Kyle Trask, Prism Black. We did get the Kyler Murray. We got the DeAndre Swift, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Terrence Marshall Jr. The only defensive player we got was Michael Parsons. Ramondre Stevenson, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Tyreek Hill, Antonio Gibson, Cooper Kupp, Zach Wilson, Jerry Jeudy, and the team we're going to be having, the Eagles, and Devonta Smith. Awesome. So let's go ahead and put him in the game and see how it all looks. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Random Pack Retro Rebuilds. This is going to be episode 2 of the Philadelphia Eagles. You guys saw the pack. Let's go ahead and jump into the team here. So you guys saw the pack, and we did get quite the offensive firepower here. So to start here, we did get Kyler Murray. We did get Zach Wilson and Kyle Trask. However, they're not going to, take Kyler Murray out here. Ramondre Stevenson did get that +5, so he's going to get the start here at running back. Now, the wide receiver core, absolutely sick. Of course, you do have Tyreek Hill and Cooper Kupp. And then we also get Devontae Smith here in the slot. I think Hill's going to take the slot, so Smith will be one of the starters at 3 wide. And then we also have Keenan Allen here, along with Jerry Jeudy, and we also did get DJ Moore. So the offense currently is absolutely stacked. Now, the defense, while it's good, all they got was Micah Parsons, so he's going to be coming off the edge here for them. So not a bad thing there. So you know what I'm actually going to do is, since it is a 4-3 not a 3-4, I'm actually going to create him as an end. So that way he is going to be coming off the edge in this offense, or in this defense. You know what? No, I'll keep it there because, even with the Cowboys and the way that they have it set up, he is still the linebacker for the team. So we're just going to keep it that way, which is fine. So yes, we got him as a 97 overall, which is absolutely amazing. So then as far as the specialists go, we are going to have Tyreek in the slot, and then Gibson's going to be our third down, and Stevens is going to be the power. So not bad at all. We are still going to have Micah Parsons come in off the edge as far as, like nickel and dime defenses are concerned. So I did check the schedule. I do not see them playing the Cardinals, so they're not going to have to deal with last week's pack team. So maybe we'll see them in the playoffs, though. But let's go ahead and jump into the first game here, though. And again, as we always do, we're going to go ahead and see the first 2 series, and then we're going to go ahead and sim out to the rest. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and always let you guys know that, this is always fun to make. If this is the kind of content you like, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's go ahead and jump right in, guys. Hope you guys do enjoy this episode of Random Pack Retro Rebuilds. And let's see how far this team can go.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Kyler Murray and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our 6th season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump forward here. Again, we're going to slow it down and watch the first 2 series, guys.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Falcon offense about ready to go to work here for the first time, and leading them as he has since 2008 is the veteran quarterback, former MVP, Matt Ryan.
And when you start with listing a guy's accomplishments like Matt Ryan's, all these years in the league, near the top of the league in completions and percentage, touchdowns each and every year, has won an MVP, taken his team to the Super Bowl. You're talking about a guy who might be finished, but he still has gas left in the tank. Big right arm, great leader, the face of his franchise.
From the 31, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket. And that's a good substantial run there from Mike Davis. And how about his career resurgence? Because he's bounced around a bit in the NFL. From San Francisco to Seattle to Chicago to Carolina, and now here with the Atlanta Falcons. Always dependable, Mike Davis.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Touchdown. Russell Gage, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. 3rd season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays. Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they run with Stevenson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Murray going to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive.
All right, so the Falcons do go all the way down and score on their first drive, and the Eagles get stopped and can't make their field goal. Let's go ahead and sim out to the rest of the game here, see what happens here. So it is 7-0 where we left off. Atlanta does score again, now up 14-0. Philly finally does get a score there on the board, so it is now 14-7 Atlanta. Philadelphia gets another score there. It's now 14-10. All right, Atlanta does get another score there, now 21-10 now in the second half. Philly gets stopped again. All right, so the defenses are starting to play. Now fourth quarter, Atlanta does put another touchdown on the board. It's now 31-10. Philly does finally claw back, but is now 45-17. I believe that's going to be the game.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Falcons, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
And that is your final score. Atlanta does take down the Philadelphia Eagles by the score of 45-24. Matt Ryan does end with 322 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Kyler Murray has 308 yards and 1 touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson ends the game with 14 carries and 65 yards, while Tyreek Hill had 8 receptions for 98 yards, and Cooper Kupp had 4 receptions for 42 yards. So the Falcons are going to start 0-1 here. We're going to go ahead and sim to the midseason point and see how they're doing there. And then we will go ahead and sim all the way to the playoffs. Let's go ahead and do that now. So we're slimming to the mid-season point. Again, guys, these are always fun to make. I hope you guys like these retro rebuilds here on the old Madden 22. Let's go ahead and see where the Eagles are here at the mid-season point. So they are leading right now, 4-3 in their division. So let's go ahead and see if they can make it to the playoffs. Sending up ahead here. So again, guys, if you guys like this kind of content, please go ahead and smash that like button. And as always, you know, comment down in the comments below. Please, you know, if you're new to the channel, you know, throw a sub if you'd like, and go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss another episode of these retro rebuilds. Now, it looks like the Eagles do make the playoffs. They do end the season 12-5 atop the division. It looks like they have a wild card matchup here with the Dallas Cowboys. Let's go ahead and look at the bracket here and see how it all shaked out here. So, looks like the Cardinals from our last week's pack are the 1 seed. Eagles do get the 2 seed here, and that's where we're facing the Cowboys. Let's go ahead and look at the ending stats, league leaders, all that fun stuff. All right, so yearly awards, your MVP goes to Kyler Murray of the Eagles. Russell Wilson from week 1 does get number 5. Ramondre Stevenson does get 10th. Coach of the year is going to go to Cliff Kingsbury of the Cardinals from our last week's pack. All right, offensive player of the year goes to Kyler Murray. Ramondre Stevenson gets 10. Defensive player of the year goes to Aaron Donald of the Rams. Micah Parsons comes in at number 4 for the Eagles. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Ramondre Stevenson from our Eagles. Devonta Smith comes in at number 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. So a good year from him. Best quarterback does go to Kyler Murray. Best running back goes to Christian McCaffrey of the Panthers. Stevenson comes in at number 3. Best wide receiver goes to Calvin Ridley of the Falcons. Tyreek Hill comes in at number 2. Best offensive lineman went to Rodney Hudson of the last week Cardinals. Brandon Brooks comes in at number 5 for the Eagles, and Kelsey comes in at number 9. Best defensive lineman went to Aaron Donald of the Rams. Brandon Graham comes in at number 10. Best linebacker went to Chandler Jones of the Cardinals. Micah Parsons comes in at number 2. Best DB went to Patrick Peterson of the Vikings. Darius Slay gets number 2. Best kicker went to Younghoe Koo of the Falcons. Jake Elliott does get number 5. All right, so let's look at the yearlies here. So 3rd best offense in the league, while they were the 22nd best defense in the league. So not that great on defense, but you know, number 3 offense there. Let's go and look at the stats. So Kyler Murray ends with 4,707 yards, 43 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions, with a 67 completion percentage rate and a rating of 108.3. So not a bad year from Kyler Murray. Rushing, Ramondre Stevenson did have 1,303 yards and 25 touchdowns. Holy moly. Kyler Murray did pitch in with 394 yards himself with 3 touchdowns. Gibson came in with 164 and 1, and Swift came in with 136. Receiving, Tyreek Hill clocks in with 1,385 yards and 19 touchdowns. So Tyreek Hill doing Tyreek Hill things. Kupp comes in with 975 and 7. Devonta Smith 934 and 7. Goddard comes in with 773 and 5. And then Gibson comes in with 283 and 4. Defensively, TJ Edwards does lead the team with 131 tackles, while Alex Singleton had 125. As far as tackles or losses go, Fletcher Cox did lead the team with 13. Parsons comes in with 11, TJ Edwards 10, and then Graham with 10. Sacks, Micah Parsons ends the year with 17 sacks. Brandon Graham comes in with 13.5, and Fletcher Cox comes with 9. As far as interceptions go, big play Slay comes in with 5, while Singleton, Harris, and Edwards all come in with 2. Forced fumbles, only 2. 1 from Parsons, 1 from Cox. Cox did recover his. Let's go ahead and see if there was any defensive touchdowns. There were not. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get into this playoff game. Again, we're just going to sim them out until if we make the Super Bowl, then we will go ahead and watch those games. But let's go ahead and jump in here. We'll see how the Eagles do here against the Cowboys. We'll have to see if the Eagles can make it all the way to the Super Bowl.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. Kyler Murray and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Alright, so we're going to slow it down just a little bit here, and we're going to go ahead and sim out the game here. Again, it starts 0-0. Let's go ahead and see if the Eagles can get through here. Dallas does strike first at 3-0. They do score now, up 10-0 now. Cowboys are always tough in sim. Philadelphia does strike back, though, now, up 7. Now 10-10 now, coming on in the second quarter. Now 17-16 now Philadelphia, now up 20-16. 27-16 now Philadelphia. Looks like the Cowboys are trying to fight back now, 27-24. Philly does score again, and they do score again, so now 41-24. Looks like Philly's going to take this one.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
All right, so the Philadelphia Eagles do go into the wild card and come out victorious. They do beat the Dallas Cowboys 41-24. Kyler Murray ends with 313 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Dak Prescott did all that he could, 429 yards and a touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson did have 14 carries for 82 yards, while Tyreek Hill, 9 receptions for 132 yards. Cooper Kupp, 3 receptions for 41. So Philly is moving on here to the next round. Let's go ahead and see who they're going to be playing here. Go ahead and advance here. Looks like their next team is going to be the Atlanta Falcons, who beat us earlier in the year. Let's go ahead and jump in here and see if the Eagles can exact revenge this time around. see if they can get one step closer to that Super Bowl.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. As we'll see Kyler Murray and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, again, so we're going to go ahead and sim through here. So it is 0-0 to start the game here. So Atlanta does get first on the board at 3-0. Philly does strike back now, 7-3 Philly. They're up now 14-3. Atlanta does get another field goal, 6-14 now. Philly with the ball. Looks like they're going to go ahead and get another field goal here. It's going to be into the second here really soon. Philly up 17-13 currently. So start of the second half, Philly does get another touchdown now, 24-13. But Atlanta does fire right back now, 24-19. Philly does get another touchdown now, up 31-19. And Atlanta just only gets a field goal there. Now fourth quarter, now Philly's piling it on, 39-29, and that's going to be your final score.
And the Eagles season will continue at least one more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
All right, so the Eagles do move on to the NFC Championship. They do take down the Falcons 39-36. Kyler Murray does end with 390 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Matt Ryan, 428 yards and 4 touchdowns. Ramondre Stevenson had 20 carries for 66 yards. Tyreek Hill, 10 receptions for 192 yards. Cooper Kupp, 7 receptions for 92 yards. All right, biggest question, are we going to go up against the Cardinals, who were the, the pack from last week, episode 1. Let's see if we're going to go ahead and jump into that game and see that at all. All right, so the NFC Championship is going to be the Eagles and the Cardinals. So we will go ahead and jump in here and see the first 2 series, since it is, the team that was last week's pack. So let's go ahead and jump in here and kind of check out some of that game. Let's see if they can punch their ticket to the Super Bowl and take out last week's winners, the Arizona Cardinals. This is what I like. I like to see the 2 teams go up against each other.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's the NFC Championship game. as we'll see Russell Wilson and the Arizona Cardinals versus Kyler Murray and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and slow it down here, and we're going to watch the first two series.
For the right to head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl 56, it's time for the NFC Championship game. Here we go. Taking in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a 7-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 10th NFL season now, and that's Russell Wilson.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson checks this one down. It's Mitchell. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll lead here to a third down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Wilson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So here are the Eagles now, backed up to start their first drive. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. 3rd season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They were forced to.
All right, so Cardinals do get stopped, and then the Eagles go and throw a pick for their first outing. So we're going to go ahead and sim out the rest of this game here. See what happens here. So Arizona does capitalize on that pick, 7-0 now. Now 14-0 Arizona. Go ahead and see what happens here. So Philly does go ahead and get a score there, now 14-7. Can't really see the field there, but now Arizona's up 17-7. Philly does get a score, so 17-14 now Arizona. Third quarter here, they go up 24-14. Third quarter now. And Arizona does score again, 31-14. Can Philly come back, try to claw back in this game, 31-21. And I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to move on.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
All right, so the Eagles do fall in the NFC Championship to the Arizona Cardinals, 34-21. Russell Wilson did have 271 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Kyler Murray had 287 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ramondre Stevenson did have 10 carries for 32 yards. Tyreek Hill, 6 receptions for 71. And Cooper Kupp, 8 receptions for 98. All right, so we'll go ahead and sim out to the rest of the season here. Go ahead and see what happens here. So get to the Super Bowl. See if the Cardinals can bring it home. It's the Cardinals and the Bengals in the Super Bowl. So Bengals win 42-7. And Joe Burrow is going to be your Super Bowl MVP. So Kyler Murray again is your NFL MVP. Kingsbury does get Coach of the Year, while Kyler Murray does get Offensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald is your Defensive Player of the Year, while Ramondre Stevenson is your Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Micah Parsons is your Defensive Rookie of the Year. So Eagles do get both Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year, but do fall again in the NFC Championship. So that's going to do it, guys. I hope you guys liked this episode. I hope you guys liked this series. Again, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell if you guys don't want to miss another episode. We do put out at least, I think, 3 to 4 videos per week right now. And again, if you guys made it this far, YouTube only knows the like button on that algorithm. So please go ahead and hit that like button if you guys like this kind of content, so I can go ahead and continue making this stuff for you guys. But again, that's going to do it. So again, it's going to be coming out next week. Keep those packs ripping, and have a good night, guys.